Will do. Welcome back to another Conductor live stream Q&A session with Hollow Gelato. We're going to be talking about and reviewing. He's trying to psych people out. I don't know. He's already on one. We're going to be talking about Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And
get a double dose, folks.
Double dose of trouble.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. This is going to be fun. Oh, Lord. I want to welcome in everybody. We got David, we got Giant Peter, we got Remy D. So all you guys are fantastic. I do want to bring this up because we're just talking about it just real quick. Giant Peter's Adventure said, first off, we need to give Tommy a big congratulations on his Price is Right win. Absolutely, Tommy. Tommy actually filmed that 6 months ago, which was crazy. But yeah, I'm very happy for Tommy. He's happy, his family's happy, and me and George could not be any prouder of him. We're super excited for him.
Yeah, we really are. Honestly, big congrats to him. As I said, if anyone deserved it, it was Tommy.
Definitely.
Honestly. And his excitement,
is our excitement.
It's our excitement, especially. And I keep on telling him that all this occurred on vacation down at Walt Disney World. And on the day that we were at Magic Kingdom. I mean, how more better can you have that? But
I think that's perfect.
I mean, yeah, it couldn't have gotten any better. And as I said, congrats to Tommy and everything. And, wish him, the best of everything. And I mean, hell, he's already far beyond us. So
he is.
So no, yeah. So he's killing it.
No, absolutely. I'm very happy for him.
Yeah.
Peter says, any cool merch from both parks on these last 2 visits? Did you get anything?
Well, yes and no. So nothing like really major. But Abby and I actually collect from the penny machines and the medallion machines. So we got different ones from different parks. So we just got one set of the medallions. So this
nice.
Was because Abby loves Stitch. So this is the one that caught her eye. I know if you guys can't see that, but
I know
there's Stitch. And then we thought, you know what, instead of just getting one, we'll just get all 4. So then we got Pocahontas with Miko.
That's cool. I like that one.
And then we got Moana and Pua.
I like that one.
I know, guys, I do apologize. It's so hard with the glare. And then this is a double dose of Stitch where he's giving a hug to Angel.
Interesting.
And then we got different sets. I won't show them all, but I'll just show like one of each. So we got, this is what made Abby want this set. She saw Pearl, the little squid from Finding Nemo.
That's cool.
And then we got, I don't know if this was from the same one.
Is it?
I'm not sure. This is Pocahontas and John Smith.
That's cool.
So I like how they represent Pocahontas in the parks because she doesn't get a lot of love. And this is the one that I picked. I got the whole set of the Country Bears.
Smart.
I had to get the Country Bears.
So it's funny you bring up the Country Bears because the Country Bear Jamboree we used to have at Disneyland, the show. Am I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we used to have the show.
It was replaced by Winnie the Pooh.
Stupid honey bear. I'm just kidding. No, but the country
they got flushed by Pooh.
Yeah, well, Pooh needs to go back in his little tree hut or wherever he came from. See, this guy's already dying. No, but seeing the Country Bear Jamboree was phenomenal. I loved it. The animatronic bears looked awesome. Everything sounded correct. There were no musical mishaps, thank God, because I've actually seen TikTok videos and stuff where one of the bears might catch fire or start smoking or not work. Or
well, you know what was funny about that? The people that actually posted that was they were saying, "Oh my gosh, like a bear was smoking." It was the one that plays the fiddle.
Oh yeah,
and it's really supposed to smoke.
It is.
You know, but people, like, when it first opened, people were like, oh my gosh, the bear caught on fire. Like,
talk about deja vu, because I was actually there at Disneyland on the Rivers of America when Murphy went up in flames. Talk about a fire in the hole.
Yeah,
literally
that was crazy.
How big is Murphy?
Oh God, he has to be
150 feet.
He has to be well over 50 feet, easy.
I think it was close to 100
probably,
feet.
But yeah, probably it looks that way. But like if you're standing like right by him, yeah, I would say he's pretty.
That was a big giant fireball because literally I was in. Like when they were evacuating people from that area, I was literally right in the front of the entrance to Frontierland, and I could feel the flames from there.
Wow,
it was hot.
And luckily, no one got severely hurt.
Thank God.
I know the performer who played Mickey. They got
burns.
They got. I'm going to say her because it was a female in the costume at the time. They transported her to the hospital.
Oh Jesus.
No significant, but she had like respiratory breathing issues, but she was able to recover quickly.
Oh well, that's good. So for me, I showed you guys what I got from Epcot. I didn't get anything from Magic Kingdom. I didn't find anything.
Which was very surprising because I remember that the years that I've been coming to Walt Disney World that they always had select merch that actually signified which park you were in.
Yeah.
And I feel like ever since when Jay Rizzullo was chairman of the parks, he kind of did this thing where he merged Walt Disney World and Disneyland together and called it, the Disney parks. And I feel
weird.
Like since they did that, they never just showcase.
No.
But luckily Epcot did with some merch. But yeah, for Magic Kingdom, I was really surprised they didn't.
Yeah, because it's funny because we're at the Country Bear Jamboree and kind of like the shirt I'm wearing, it was like a dark blue shirt. So it kind of represents my other colored shirt I have that says Disneyland 70th on it and the gold etching. But it was that same design, but instead of a black shirt, it was like a dark blue. Gold lettering right here, and it said Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom or Magic Kingdom with the castle. And I asked the guy, I asked, where'd you get that from? He's like, oh, we got it a couple years ago from Disney Springs. I'm like, okay, well, everyone keeps saying check Disney Springs, so I'm hoping I find more colored shirts because I love wearing them to Disney, first of all, because they look sexy on me. Second of all, I can cross-utilize them at work, so it works both ways.
So you mean to tell me you're too sexy for your shirt?
I am. I am. Maybe not with the shirt off, but with the shirt on, I'm sexy. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I would be shocked if Disney Springs didn't have it because, I mean, it's a shopping complex, first of all. Then they have World of Disney, which is 3 times bigger than the one in Anaheim. So,
which is crazy. I can't wait to see that. Because didn't you say that they have the factory upstairs in the same building?
They have the I forget the terminology, but yeah, I call it the factory where if they need anything extra, they just contact above and they just have it sent on.
Jesus.
From below.
Must be nice. Peter says, I bought out damn near the whole Tomorrowland Star with Tron merch.
Interesting.
He wanted to become a new character in Tron. That's why he did that.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah, I can too. Peter is awesome. I love Peter. What's up, David? Always good to see David. Oh, I didn't even see that because we're so far. Oh, Mademoiselle, what's up?
Mademoiselle.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
When you just did that, that reminded me of that Nickelodeon show. Have you ever seen Wienerville?
Yes.
Yeah, he goes, what's up? What's up? Welcome to Wienerville.
Okay, I was cool with 3/4 of that, but as soon as he started doing that with his chest, that got weird. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mademoiselle, why'd you leave me with him? Why? Why did you do that? But thank you for the 1999 super chat. You're amazing.
Yes.
What's What does that say?
Henley?
A Henley is the sexiest shirt a man can wear. So she's telling me I have to get Henley shirts.
You gotta get a Henley shirt then.
Okay, fair enough. I'll wear it to a concert she wants to go to. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll wear it to Costco and maybe I'll get reactions from members. That should be entertaining.
Yeah. I miss George.
Oh, go ahead. You have your musical number. Go ahead. Go on.
But now, it has to come naturally. When I think of a song, I'll start singing it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, you just gave me one.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, superstar.
Mel Mozilla, can you just fly out here to Orlando for 2 days? Control this guy. Oh my God.
I am a huge Broadway buff.
Clearly.
Literally, I've seen literally all the I've seen Jesus Christ Superstar. I've seen Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh God.
Cats. A lot of Andrew Lloyd Webber, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast.
So if you wound up going on if James Corbin still had his late night talk show on CBS, you would go on there and just do a musical number with that guy.
I do carpool karaoke, yeah.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Peter says my entire closet is now Tron Magic
Really?
Kingdom.
Wow, that's interesting.
Can you turn your room to Tron? Because I told George in Tron Light Cycle Run if the light up
the panels.
I put that in my house.
Yeah.
Kidding me? Probably piss
Which
my neighbors.
I do have to say.
Piss my neighbors off.
I will say though, because we rode Tron twice.
Oh, it was awesome.
So we did it once in the morning when we first got there, and at night. And I have to say, I mean, I always enjoy Tron, but I think it's starting to grow on me more. Even though, yes, I would love the ride to be longer.
Same.
But it's starting to kind of grow on me a little bit.
I wish it was a tad longer.
Yeah.
I wish it was.
Outside. I feel like they need more outside track.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you, which is highly unlikely, but if they ever did build Tron in our Tomorrowland, I will tell you that was the one thing I want. Longer track outside. 100%.
So now looking at Tron of what it is in Magic Kingdom, do you think that would be an eyesore in Disneyland?
No.
No, really?
No, because one of the things that I like is that even with the show we saw tonight with Luminous at Epcot, and watching it in World Showcase, you kind of saw some of the buildings from the pavilions with the lighting effect interacting with the show. I kind of feel like since Tron would be massive, but the canopy that it has that lighting package where it can interact with the shows of the castle, Main Street, and all that.
So where would you put? I mean, obviously Tron would go in Tomorrowland, but I mean, placement-wise, where would you put it? Like, would you get rid of Autopia?
Yeah, Autopia. Sorry, David. I know David Fresh Baked. I know he loves Autopia, but Autopia, I would get rid of the submarines, but keep the lagoon. You could keep Space Mountain, but I would put Tron literally right where Pizza Planet is. If you have to, 86 that restaurant, because no one, well, as far as I'm concerned, no one goes in there. Start from that point and work all the way across.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a hot take. I mean, as far as for Disneyland, I would literally take everything out of Tomorrowland except for Space Mountain.
But then again, though, if they wanted to take out Space Mountain, I'd be devastated. But if they're going to put it right back in an updated version like
Tokyo,
I would be okay with it. I would be kind of sad, though, because Walt had hands on that, working on it.
For space?
I thought he had, he was involved in that. I thought he was.
I thought space came, I could be wrong. Wait, hold on a second.
Well, I'm
going to check Siri, folks. Hey, Siri, what year did Space Mountain open in Disneyland?
Space Mountain opened in Disneyland in 1977.
Yeah, he was already gone.
This answer is from...
Oh, so as far as I'm concerned, rip it out, rebuild it. No offense to Walt's legacy, but rip it out, rebuild it. That's what I say. Now, if he had a hand in it, then that's a whole different story. But I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Peter says, I remember crying tears of joy off of both Tron and Cosmic Rewind for the first time. So I'll tell you this, Cosmic Rewind, I have not ridden anything ever like that. And I will tell you right now, Cosmic Rewind. So for everyone watching, Cosmic Rewind and Velocicoaster, if they were together and they had a baby, that's what Hollywood Drift's going to be like.
Yeah,
that's going to be wild.
Mm-hmm.
72 miles an hour.
Especially with Universal Studios Hollywood, because it's on a hillside. So all the more it's...
I can see George just losing his mind when he rides it. Because, hey, I'm being honest with you. If it's not too crowded, we're sitting front row. Front row.
I would love front row.
Front row.
Because literally, my hands are up the whole entire time on Cosmic Rewind because I love that.
Oh, yeah.
That rush.
That was
Velocicoaster, not so much. I'm kind of like... Because there's times where, like, you're popping out of your seat.
Yeah, I felt that.
And it's like, well, damn, like, if I have my hands up, I might be...
You might lose some fingers or some digits or...
But yeah, I'm very curious. But yeah, I mean, if I ended up losing something like that, I mean, as long as I have all 21, I'm good.
Well, you might have all 21, but you know who's going to really love the desserts? The Raptors.
Oh, of course.
The Raptors are going to be loving you. And they're going to taste a little bit of George and say, ooh, I want more.
A lot of people do.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. No, we have not been to Disney Springs yet. We're doing that what day? The 16th?
That is actually our final day. It'll be the 16th.
Can't wait. That's going to be awesome. Because I'm going to feel like I'm at home because I go to them all the time. Kind of. I don't like pesky teenagers.
I'm right there with you. I didn't like teenagers when I was a teenager.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
I thought I was kind of...
That's why I went for older women.
Okay.
I had the graduate thing going. Mrs. Robinson.
See what I mean? Oh my gosh. Disney Springs is where the real spending of money begins. Well, no, that's where you see George dancing in the middle of the Esplanade there. And
oh, they do, because they play music. I remember
Jesus.
I was dancing like right in between the M&M store and
God dang, dude. I could just imagine security's watching us, and then all of a sudden you see the security cameras there in their main positions, and they see George dancing, and they all just turn and follow him down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure they probably still have some videotape footage of me somewhere.
Oh, I guarantee it. You're on the famous wall. Oh, good. You can read that because I'm not reading that.
Okay, I'll read that. Okay, so Giant Peter Adventure says, I did the Cirque du Soleil show they have over there when I went 2 years ago. I actually enjoyed, I remember the first one they had was La Nuba, and absolutely loved La Nuba. They had it for how long? And then when they said it was going to be replaced, I remember I thought, okay, were they not doing a Cirque du Soleil show? But then they did, it was Drawn to Life. That's the new one now. And I did get to see that one. I actually had front row for that. And
nice.
It's a phenomenal. If anyone has never seen a Cirque du Soleil show, and then Abby and I also seen one in Vegas.
That's cool.
And it was like, I forget, what was the name of it? It was it was called O. And it incorporated water. So water was like the main focus of the storyline. So each Cirque du Soleil show has like a main core. So with the one now with Drawn to Life is a young girl that lost inspiration to become an artist.
Really?
and I believe it was after her father passed.
Oh wow!
And she then, rekindles that
Sure.
through like artistry of dance and acrobatics and everything. It's a really good show.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Did we do Cosmic Rewind a second time? No, we did not.
No, we did not. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to, because every single time I go to Epcot, I never miss out on Cosmic Rewind. However, we were men on a mission that we were going to go into World Showcase, because we did absolutely no World Showcase our first day, but I planned that on purpose, because that's why we did 2 days of Epcot, because you just can't get through Epcot in one day.
No.
So in order to kind of get your feel for the whole park, we decided to do, I know it's World Celebration, World Nature, and all that other bullshit, but I'm just going to call Future World. I hang with this guy too much. I'm starting to use his taglines. And then we decided to do World Showcase for the second day for Flower and Garden Festival.
That was really awesome, by the way. Remy D says, how long till we see hoppers in the park?
Very good question. I think for how well received this movie is, and I absolutely love it. Abby and I got an early preview of it, thanks to D23, and it was great. It was a packed theater, and I tell you, everyone was moving along the emotions with the movie. They were laughing, they were, awing, they were, they were just enjoying themselves. And I have to say, it was a breath of fresh air to actually see a movie produced by Pixar that actually felt like a true Pixar film.
No,
that I haven't seen in a while. So to answer your question, Remy D, I don't think it's going to be very long. They actually started showcasing a little bit of hoppers. Actually at Epcot, they had they didn't have them as topiaries, but they had them as like I know this sounds kind of cheap, but like cardboard cutouts, but they were still like placed like critters in a garden.
That was kind of
cool.
Which
I thought was really cool. But I think Animal Kingdom is definitely going to get something. And honestly,
DCA has it already too.
Oh, DCA has it?
They converted the Redwood Creek.
Oh, they did.
That's right, they did.
They did.
Redwood Creek Trail, just for right now. But, I mean, Pixar Pier is in DCA.
Oh, yeah.
So they could easily incorporate a meet and greet. And I think in Animal Kingdom, I think after a while, take out the Zootopia Better Zootopia bullshit, and then replace it with hoppers, because I think hoppers, because even though they use technology with it, it's still about conservation. It's still about protecting wildlife.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a way to connect the human world with the animal kingdom, no pun intended.
Yeah.
So I think that show would fit much better in the Tree of Life. But I still want to see the Zootopia show.
Yeah.
When we go to Animal Kingdom. I haven't seen it in person, and I kind of gave my overall thoughts on it, but I want to have a full opinion on it after seeing it in person.
I can't wait to hear your opinion.
I won't hold back.
No, you won't.
I will let you know, especially because I loved It's Tough to Be a Bug. I know a lot of people don't like it. I absolutely loved it. That Hopper animatronic was like state of the art at the time from the late 1990s.
Yeah.
And now we got a freaking wolf that's just like standing like, ready to party. Like,
so bad. Oh my God. Oh, this is a good one. Peter's all like, I need George and Abby on Family Feud.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Family Feud, babe. Peter wants us on Family Feud. Can you imagine, like, I'm Italian, she's Filipina. Like,
oh, jeez.
Like, those are, like, two, like, cultures that are, like, loud and, like, and everything. Can you imagine, like, our families on Family Feud?
No.
Oh, my Lord. That would be fun, though. Because I used to play Family Feud, like, with my family, like, during, like, family, like, events and get-togethers and everything. That would be fun, though. You wouldn't do Family Feud?
No.
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 Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because
Why is
I wouldn't know how to answer that shit.
I love Abby because she just gives her answer and.
Oh yeah, she's another one. She don't hold back anything. Like she'll make her statement.
Oh my God. John says, what park had the best fireworks show and which pavilion had the best food?
Ooh,
You go first.
you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh boy. For fireworks, I do enjoy Luminous. I still feel like nothing can beat Illuminations. I miss Illuminations. But there's something about Happily Ever After. Something about the soundtrack. It just hits home. Um, with above Cinderella Castle with the
Yes.
projections on it, it just gives you all the feels.
Yeah.
So I have to say Happily Ever After. We still have to see Phantasmic. That's tomorrow. Now, I'm
Yes.
very curious to see what their thought process is on Phantasmic, because they both are so used to seeing Phantasmic in Disneyland setting.
Yes.
This is going to be completely different than
Oh,
what
by
they're
far.
used to seeing. So I'm very curious to see what they think about Phantasmic.
Assuming the weather is going to cooperate, because we are supposed to have
True.
60% guaranteed rain.
Great. Perfect.
No, I know. Sorry to dampen the mood.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking Mother Nature's word.
Yeah. Well,
Unfortunately.
Mother Nature can go stick it. But it.
Oh my God.
But which was actually funny too, because I was originally going to do Hollywood Studios today, and then the
Interesting.
second Epcot tomorrow.
Oh wow.
And the only reason why that didn't happen was because the Sci-Fi Dine-In reservation would have bumped heads with Phantasmic.
Oh geez.
So I wasn't going to mess with that. So
Ah.
I left it. But if I had to pick, I would have rather had a rainy day at Epcot, just because we were just more so doing World Showcase,
Yeah.
But today was still great. Don't get me
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
But hopefully we'll see. Normally with Phantasmic, unless it's like really, really bad, like they'll delay it. But a lot of times they still put on the show. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So we'll see what happens.
And second part, which pavilion had the best food? So we went to a couple booths for Flower and Garden. We went to France. We did it was Canada. Was it
Yeah.
just France and Canada?
France, Canada, Mexico.
Mexico.
And Sunshine.
Mexico. Okay, I'm gonna say my little 2 cents
Yeah.
on Mexico, because we had these
calamari.
calamari tacos. They were actually really, really good. It had like an aioli. See, I can't even speak.
Aioli.
Aioli. Was it an aioli?
The aioli wasn't oily.
See, I can't even speak. God dang it. Aioli
Yeah.
mustard, or what was it? Because it kind of had like a kick to it. Like the sauce had a
Yeah,
kick.
it was aioli, and it had a touch of something in it, but it was like a spicy mayo kind of thing.
But personally, for me, I'm going to be honest with you. I think
Shout out to Jared from Capture the Magic,
Yes.
because he was the one that recommended that.
absolutely. Do I think it was worth $8, especially only for one taco? Absolutely not. We should
I
have
could agree
gone.
with that. I could
Should
agree.
have got at least 2, if not 3 of them, because they were small tacos.
Yeah.
It's not like they were big.
Which was funny because Abby and I got the beef tips.
Really?
And
Oh, that's right,
in
you did.
Canada, and Jared said that when he got it, they only gave him like 2 pieces, but me and Abby's was like filled to the brim.
Oh, it was loaded.
I think it depends on too, like who you get that's preparing the food.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get someone generous with the food, or you could just get a cheap ass. But you never know.
That's true.
So my favorite was the out of everything, I would say the beignet that we got, that was really good, and the croissant, the
Yeah.
goat cheese croissant,
That looked good.
that was really good.
Now, I do want to say, for all the stuff that George just mentioned, that will be on Holo Gelato, so definitely look out for his second day Epcot video. But I will tell you, between the tacos and the food that George was trying and Tommy Toon World were trying, for food reviews for their channel. I think the best part out of the entire night, the entire day, entire night, was literally sitting at Rose and Crown, having the fish and chips, which these were big, like almost like this long, and you got 2 pieces of fish, which was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Fries, and then we had, I had this. What was the dessert? I already forgot. It was like a toffee pudding. No, not pudding, but toffee.
Sticky toffee pudding cake.
Yeah, that was actually really good. I wouldn't have liked it to be bigger, but it was good. I'm not gonna lie. And then we had perfect seats. It couldn't match it any more perfect. We had perfect seats for Luminous. Saw that. We didn't have to even move from our table. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was like perfect.
Oh, it was absolutely perfect.
It was nice and cool.
Yes.
It wasn't hot.
No.
Had a nice breeze.
No.
It was perfect. The only thing that I didn't care for was Abby and I got the gelato, which was not like a traditional gelato. It was vegan.
Yeah.
So I was, biased, gelato, but it did come with fresh fruit of like cut strawberries and blueberries.
That's nice.
But the gelato itself, honestly, I can like it what conductor said, and which was actually spot on. It looked like vanilla, but when you tasted it, it had a very bizarre texture, and it just didn't hit. And our waitress even kind of had an idea, because when she came and picked them up, because Abby and I just took a couple bites, which you'll see both of our reactions, because we both tasted it at the exact same time, and the looks on our face. Wait till you guys see it.
It was classic. It was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. And then John says, "Save your pennies. They don't make them."
Oh, they don't make them.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too, and that is true, John. What Tommy was actually telling me was Disney did a deal with a company that just produces copper. Mm-hmm. So Disney still gets the copper. They're not actually pennies, but obviously it's the material of pennies.
Yeah.
And they place it in the machine so they could still sell the coins.
That's cool. I like that. And then we got Peter says, biggest thing I bought was the Cinderella 50th Walt Disney World doll. Yes, a 6 foot
6.
Holy
6 foot.
crap!
So wait. So Peter, you're 6'6". Is that right? I know you said that you were tall, but you're 6 foot. Wow, damn.
He's taller than I am. I'm only 6'3".
And you're wow, damn.
Taking a doll through TSA. Oh, Jesus. No, thank you. I'll pass. Oh, my gosh. Animaniac says, I saw a new 3 Cabarello shirt, Twitter, that looked nice. Just wish it was in another. Did you guys ride that?
No, actually, after that just reminded me, we did not do the Grand Fiesta tour.
Ah, shit.
We missed it.
Ah, damn.
Because actually, Abby still hasn't gotten on that, because we didn't even go in May.
Oh, geez.
So, well, we will definitely do that
next summer.
Next time. Yeah, next summer. And actually, Animaniac, I actually have a 3 Caballero shirt.
Nice.
It's a gray one, and it has Donald, Jose, and Panchito on it with the Mexican colors.
Oh, 100%. And then Kevin Davis said, do you think Josh D'Amaro and Dana Walden going to be at shareholders meeting together this Wednesday? So I will tell you this. I would guess so, but I will tell you, me and George, literally, we get back on, was it Tuesday? We get back on Tuesday, and literally the next morning, whatever time the shareholders meeting is, we're literally doing the live stream. That's going to be streamed on your channel for sure. I don't know if we're going to do cross channels. We're still working that out.
Yeah.
But we will be live streaming that, and I can't wait, because that's going to be awesome.
That one I am really looking forward to, because literally it's basically Josh's first day on the job site. So I'm for sure Josh is going to be there. I'm not 100% on Dana, but I mean, I
can't see why not.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, your buddy Iger is going to be there.
Oh, I would.
That-
Oh yeah,
that's a given.
he's probably gonna introduce him. Like he'll like say like Josh is like right. Yeah, I'm for sure he will.
Oh, he's your buddy.
Of course.
Yeah, if you're not chasing tomorrow down Main Street, you're chasing him.
Absolutely. The only difference is I just wish he would share a cut of his like monthly pay rate.
I know. God dang. Makes so much. Kevin says Zootopia 2, very good sequel. Pixar most likely going to lose to Netflix. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, I mean, the Oscars is right around the corner. I'm very curious because I have an idea that, the K-pop Demon Hunters, I think, might take the cake. But, I mean, Zootopia 2 is going to still give them a run for their money. But I think it's going to be down to those two, for sure.
100%. Let's see. We got John says, I think Zootopia wins it as it made more money. I don't see any future Loop Hunter movies. Am I reading that right? Yeah. Loop Hunter movies being a hit, as the story can't really be duplicated, in my opinion.
I think Zootopia wins it. It made more money. I don't see future Loop Hunter movies. I'm not too sure what the Loop. I'm not getting the Loop Hunter movie.
I think he meant to say Pop Demon Hunters movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, the movie was a banger. The soundtrack was a banger. We'll see. I mean, they're already going to make a sequel to K-pop, and I think where they went wrong was they didn't leave it in theaters long enough. I think what they did was they released it on Netflix. It became a huge success, and then they're like, "Oh, we should have released this in theaters. So let's do a sing-along thing."
100%.
But it did amazing I actually went to go see it with Abby and Mademoiselle, and so I think honestly K-pop 2 is probably going to go directly to theaters.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then we got Remy D says, I'm not going to lie, Hoppers equals Zootopia 2.
I would actually agree with you, Remy D. Here's the thing. I did enjoy Zootopia 2. I did. But when you can get a movie that's original, that's not a sequel, that is as good as Hoppers, that I would agree with you. I would take an original over a sequel any day. And honestly, the trailers for Hoppers did not do the movie justice, because there's a lot of people, even Abby and I were hesitant of whether or not we even wanted to see Hoppers in theaters. Because we're like watching the trailer and we're like, okay, this looks stupid. This looks like so like meta. And it's like, they're mentioning like Avatar, and it's like, oh my gosh, like why? And even Mademoiselle, had no interest in seeing it. But Abby and I went to go see it. We absolutely loved it. Then Mademoiselle went to go see it. She loved it. And so I agree with you, Remedy. I would take actually Hoppers over Zootopia myself. And that's why I say Hoppers honestly should replace Zootopia in the Tree of Life. Yeah,
I agree with that. Remedy says, Conductor, what do you think of Epcot's grounds versus Celestial Park at Epic in terms of beauty and the vibe?
That's a great question.
Oh, I love that question. That's a hard question, but I love it. I'm up for the challenge. Okay, so Epcot. I'm going to start with Epcot because we got two days of that, 3 days of Epic. That's a hard one because Epcot looks beautiful, especially after the remodel. I think it looks beautiful and stunning. There are some parts you could tell that are kind of old. I still think it holds up pretty well. Obviously, Celestial Park at Epic looks breathtaking during the day, but it's a whole different animal at night because you got all the fountains, all the buildings with the lighting package, because they do something literally right at closing. Literally right. Is it right at closing or like?
No, it's like right at closing, but like it still extends even after closing because it's like just to kind of like as people are heading for the exit.
Okay.
Running.
So right at 9:00 when Epic Universe closes, they start playing the music from each land at Epic Universe, and they have the lighting package where all the buildings light up. They have all the spotlight. They have some spotlights throughout the buildings as well, on the ponds and stuff interacting. It's just breathtaking. So that's really hard. I don't think I could choose either one because both of them kind of give a unique vibe
I could agree
that I like. So I can't really choose. I love them both. I really do.
I think Celestial fits Epic Universe's vibe
Yes.
and of how Epcot is designed. Despite that, it does need some work. I do think a lot of people got disappointed with what was promised to us and that we didn't get. But when you just look at the overall aesthetics of how Epcot is, it still gives that very welcome feeling.
Oh, by far. We got Peter says Disney Springs is the holy grail of Disney merch and food. Well, I can't wait because I hope I find more of these shirts. That's what I want.
I think you will.
I
would
hope
be
so.
shocked.
Madame Lizelle says
I think we should.
yeah, I pulled that one up. Let's see. Nope, pulled that one up. Oh, I'll get to the other one. Kevin says, what announcement do you think Disney gonna make at the shareholders meeting with Dana Walden and Josh tomorrow? Go first. Your prediction. That's gonna be a hard one.
Good gosh.
That's gonna be hard.
I
have to think about
I
it.
think
That's gonna be a hard
I
one.
think for the shareholders meeting, I really feel like it's just them like getting introduced in their new roles.
I think so.
I don't think that they're gonna. I mean, if they do, I mean, that would be a complete sidewinder, like where it's like, where they come and they're like, boom, here comes like a big announcement. I think it's just gonna be like that early promise to say, we're gonna do right by you, we're gonna do justice for the company, continue the magic and everything. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think down the road, maybe for like the second shareholders meeting, they may do something specific. I personally think down the road, it may not be this shareholders meeting, obviously, it may not be even the next one, but I think a big game changer for tomorrow under his leadership as CEO, and I mentioned it to the guys, if he was to acquire the full rights of Marvel from Universal.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, that would be a big game changer. Although I will say I do enjoy Marvel Superhero Island at Universal.
I do.
Don't get me wrong. I love that comic book,
Sure.
animated television style of it. But I think just as far as a business standpoint, if he wants to try to get everybody on his side, including the shareholders and everything and Wall Street and what have you, I think a big acquisition. And I think that's where everyone took Iger seriously.
Yeah.
When he came in and he bought Pixar, he bought Lucasfilm, he bought Marvel, he bought Fox. I feel like if tomorrow did something big, which I don't think to acquire another business or company, but I think to finish kind of what Iger started, and to get the whole complete 100% of Marvel,
definitely
in their hands, I think.
I think so. I think this is what I think. If they were gonna announce something, I would say maybe, as a safe bet, I would say maybe give us more concept art, since, again, for whatever reason, Disney likes dropping big news or semi-big news before D23. I don't know why they do that, but they do. And since they have a history of doing it, I would like this, like if they were going to drop some, I'd like to see them drop news on more concept art for Avatar.
I think if they go the route, I think I know what they're going to drop right before D23, but it's not going to be for the domestics. I think on June 16th, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the 10-year anniversary of Shanghai. They're going to drop the second park.
Yeah, and then they're probably going to talk about it at the event. That's a good prediction. And actually, that's my Costco anniversary, so I'll be 5 years with the company. So that's going to be an interesting day. And then Kevin also said Disney Adventure cruise ship going to be a success for Asia. From what I've seen, I could guarantee it will.
The Asian market was begging for a Disney cruise ship.
Well, they got it.
They got it, yeah, and they got the biggest one. And then of course, right now, this very moment, Disney is building their 4th Wish class ship, but this one is going to Japan.
That's crazy.
So Disney made the announcement that they will be dropping the Japan sailings in 2029.
That's crazy.
So whatever this ship is, this is literally bought and paid for by OLC. So Disney's constructing it right now, but Disney didn't put a dime into this. This is literally a cut check from OLC.
Wow.
So I can imagine what this ship is going to look like.
Yeah, no, crazy. Bobby said, I wouldn't want them to make Tron longer, but I think it would be better in Hollywood Land with a theme to Logan or Ghost Rider.
Ooh. Well, it's first of all, welcome in, Bobby Lakes. Believe it or not, you're not that far off from that, because when they were originally going to do the Eastern Gateway project the first time before Disneyland Forward, Avengers Campus was supposed to be where Hollywood Land. They were going to take Hollywood Land out, or at least the back lot.
Yeah.
And that was going to be the Avengers Campus. When the Eastern Gateway didn't go through the first time, the city of Anaheim and Disney didn't lock into a compromise. They ended that 5-diamond hotel that was supposed to go after they cleared.
That thing was a disaster.
Yeah, that was a disaster and a half. They literally shut it down. Like, the construction crew were on their way that day, and Disney was like, nope. Wow. But so anyway, so the original concept of Avengers Campus, that was to include a Tron style like roller coaster, but it was supposed to be based off of Captain America and or the Winter Soldier.
Oh, 100%.
So I mean, I could see, if they was to remove the Hyperion, if they wanted to really extend Avengers Campus, that could be the type of coaster that they could use.
100%. And Madame Lazille, I have to respect her opinion. She said, leave the submarines alone.
See, here's the thing with me. Leave the lagoon. I would say, honestly, but the submarines can go. I don't really care for them. They're aesthetically pleasing when you're passing them. But like as a ride, it's uncomfortable. It's like I keep on shifting my butt I don't know. It's just I prefer, honestly, the Seas with Nemo and Friends, because you get to sit in your clam-mobile.
Yeah.
You could sit back. As I said, I love the lagoon. Don't get rid of the lagoon.
No.
And as I said, the subs are kind of appeasing to look at, but to ride in, I don't really care for them.
It's hard for me because I'm tall.
Oh,
and I don't like small spaces very much.
Yeah.
David said we're awesome.
Oh, well, thank you, David.
We're awesome.
You're awesome.
Exactly. Hudson says, what song did you get on Cosmic Rewind? You would remember this.
We got Conga by Gloria Estefan. Come on, baby, shake it, baby, do that conga.
Never mind. I give up. Holy Lord. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Remy said, never rode Tron. Does it feel like riding the bike seat on Hagrid's?
It's a bit different because with Hagrid's, you're sitting on your bottom, like upward, holding on to the handlebars. With Tron, essentially, you basically go down on your knees, so to speak, and you lean in, pull the bars down, and then the back part hits, not connects to your back, but like rests on your back, and then the back bars come up to your calves and lock you in.
So Remy, I don't know if you've ever been to Knott's Berry Farm in Anaheim. If you have, and if you've ever rode the Pony Express, it's kind of like that in a way. That's what it feels like, at least sitting on the seat. Vegas Disney RTV asks, my dream for a West Coast Cosmic Rewind is for a version with Black Panther or Miles Morales with hip hop and rap tracks.
So with that, Vegas, I think out of the two, I think that like Into the Spider-Verse, if Disney could acquire that from Sony, I think that would be a great.
That would be awesome.
That would be a great Cosmic Rewind because essentially with Cosmic Rewind with Guardians of the Galaxy, you're jumping through portals.
Yeah.
So I think that fits. I mean, that would fit in Black Panther too, but I think to add music with it, I think honestly having like Into the Spider-Verse, I think that would be awesome.
Awesome. Mademoiselle says, Drawn to Life is such a beautiful show.
It really is.
I love that
show.
Giant Peter says, I also didn't like teenagers when I was a teenager. So he didn't even like it.
Yeah.
I don't even like it. Ryan says, what's your opinion on the Epcot versus DC? Okay, this is a great question. I love this. First one that's probably going to answer all this for me. Okay, when it comes to DCA festival booths, they're awesome when they have the food available. We went to the Festival of Holidays in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
George and Abby, I've never seen it before ever in my life, but George surprises me somehow in some way. He literally was wearing clear bags on his feet. I've never seen that before, but that's besides the point. But we went to one of the food booths for Festival of Holidays, and not even an hour beginning start of the festival, day one, they already ran out of items. And I kind of got the sense here in Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival, or any festival for that matter, it seems like they have more than plenty of every single food on the item or on the menu, so they never run out.
This is what Disney has to do. They have to get out of the mentality of saying, oh, it's Disneyland, it's only a locals park, so let's only have so much. You still see Disney World already has it set up because they have the mentality that it's, they get a lot of international travelers.
Yeah.
They get just tourists in general coming from different states, coming from different cities. Where with Disneyland, they don't have that mindset because they're like, oh, well, this is the same people that come in every day.
Yeah.
But you can't have it like that way. You have to have that Walt Disney World mentality of like, despite that Disneyland may not be as big as Walt Disney World, it still should have the same kind of operation when it comes to
100%,
like the food and the bulk of it. Yeah.
100%. Bobby says Grizzly River Run retheme to Hoppers or Humphrey.
Ooh. Well, we did say about Humphrey because they already have the park ranger spiel already on Grizzly River, and it's already based off of a bear. So it might as well be Humphrey.
Might as well.
I thought maybe that they would have like revamped the country bears out there, being that they brought like the big owl. Yeah. But I feel like they just kind of use that as an enticement to get people over there to look at DVC, which it doesn't work.
It doesn't. I'm even surprised people have money for that, but
I think they need to add more of the perks for DVC. I think that's when people would start,
investing.
Thinking, yeah. Hoppers. Yeah, I mean, technically you could do that because it's all about beavers, building dams. So you can kind of make the waterway that you're riding in the raft be like a dam.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's more impossible. Yon Smoke says, after seeing Epcot, do you want Westcott at Disneyland? I do. And I think if we got a Westcott, I know several people that I associate on YouTube with want Westcott. If they're going to put it Toy Story parking lot, and eventually, since George actually has brought this up to me many times, Disneyland Forward is going to be a 40-year project. The Anaheim Angels, they've been talking about for years now to relocate their stadium to another location in Southern California. And if they do that, they could start Westcott in the Toy Story parking lot because it's going to be 75 acres.
Mm-hmm.
But the plot next to it, literally adjacent from the Toy Story parking lot, is kind of where the convention center and all that is. That can all be relocated to where Angel Stadium is. And that could be an extension of Westcott. And that would truly make that a third gate park, like full capacity, because you would have both plots of land, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Because when you came up with that was genius, I think. And I think they will do that eventually because, as I said, this is a 40-year-old commitment, a 40-year-old project. So I think the end game goal for Disney when it comes to the 40 years is they want to probably take over as much as they can from Anaheim as possible. And they did it through this strategy because if they tried to get all of this at once, the city wouldn't allow it.
No.
So to kind of slowly integrate themselves into each sector, I think that's how eventually it's going to happen.
Because they, there's been people online talking about, you could put in the Garden Walk area as the extension. I've looked at that map, Google Maps, so many times. There's no way in hell. There's no way they could fit an extension of like a third gate. It's too small. I'm sorry.
For
the third gate. So
in what section?
So Garden Walk.
Oh yeah, no. I would honestly say that would be home for like another hotel.
Yes.
That would connect over into the Toy Story parking lot.
Yeah. I actually came up with the idea it should be built like the Contemporary or like the Polynesian or something like that, where you have the monorail going through it, drop people off, and then between either the third gate or DCA, what I would probably do is probably put a monorail station at that hotel location next to Toy Story. Then people can literally walk across a sky bridge to Toy Story. And then I would put a stop somewhere at DCA or the Simba parking lot. That way, that area has a stop. Because right now, the monorail only has Downtown Disney, Tomorrowland. That's it.
True.
That's all it has. So, and then actually, I'm very glad that George took me and Tommy. Abby wasn't digging it, but me and Tommy were having the time of our life going on the Skyliner. So I got a taste of what that's going to feel like if Anaheim moves forward with that project, because that was pretty interesting. And then, Peter says he's 6'6". God, he's taller than I am. Good Lord. That's awesome, though.
As I said, you're tall.
Yeah, he's taller. Imagine me 3 more inches taller.
Shit.
Well, that's a good response. I like that. Oh, my God. Ryan says, conductor, what park or parks had the best scenery? Oh, gosh.
You can answer that, but I think you should see Animal Kingdom, too.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to put a pin in that for right now, because that is true. I'm not going to include Hollywood Studios. Sorry, it drops off the list for me.
That I could already tell you, like scenery wise, you're not gonna.
No,
that doesn't.
No. So let me experience. Okay.
How about you say thus far?
Okay.
Which one?
Okay, thus far, I've seen all the Universal parks, and I've seen Magic Kingdom, and I've seen Epcot twice. Out of those parks, if I had to choose two, obviously Epic Universe would be one.
I agree.
Epic Universe would be one. God, because it's kind of hard.
Sorry, that was me.
That's all right. Magic Kingdom, though, oh my gosh, it looked breathtaking. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn between Magic Kingdom and Epcot because they both look beautiful during the day and night. I'm kind of torn on that one. But if I honestly had to choose,
I actually have a little bit of a hot take for that too.
I'm going to choose Epcot.
Okay.
I'm going to choose Epcot.
I'm going to actually throw Universal Studios in there because
Really?
after revisiting it, yes, there are spaces that need help,
Yeah.
especially over by where they're going to put the Fast and the Furious coaster. That whole section just needs help. You know, where they have like the Villain Con and the Minion Mayhem and all that other bullshit. But aside from that, like looking at like the New York area, the San Francisco Bay,
Yeah.
going into Diagon Alley,
It looked beautiful.
I think it was very unique of the studios. And as I said, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air to actually see that, where I feel like Islands of Adventure needs more help aesthetically.
Aesthetically, yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
But then again, walking through islands, as soon as you kind of get in the fork in the road, I call it the fork in the road. Once you get to the fork in the road where you have to either go right towards Seuss Landing or go left towards Superhero Island, Marvel Island, I'm going to tell you, if you keep walking straight and not go left or right, it's a beautiful shot of the lagoon, and you have Jurassic Park with the Velocicoaster on the other side of that lagoon. So that was an awesome photo op.
But I think overall, as of right now, I agree with you. I think Epcot, just with Spaceship Earth, especially at night with the beacons of light.
Oh my gosh.
And just the countries.
Oh, the countries looked awesome.
But I'm very curious to see if that stays or changes after you see Animal Kingdom. I'm very curious.
Okay, my initial thoughts of Animal Kingdom, like before seeing it, I'm going to feel like I'm in the middle of a tropical forest.
So you think it would still be aiming for Epcot?
I'm not going to say that, but that's my envision of what Animal Kingdom's going to be.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe George might have to hit me on the back of the head if I start saying stupid things. Ryan said, did you ride any Walt Disney World version rides that are at Disneyland? Any opinion on the difference in them? Okay, great question. I did ride at least one ride that I know of. I rode, oh my God, what was it? Come on, think.
That is at Disneyland?
Yeah, I rode, oh, come on, Tomorrowland, on top of the People Mover, Astro Orbiter.
Oh, Astro Orbiter, yeah.
So I rode that with Tommy at night. That was pretty awesome because we used to have the Astro Orbiter back in the day when the People Mover was still around at our Tomorrowland at Disneyland. We used to have it on top. So that was actually pretty cool to be even higher elevated to kind of see all of Tomorrowland, see the castle, all that. I think that's the one ride I will say that's better in Magic Kingdom than ours in Tomorrowland and Anaheim.
And there are some rides that we did consider going on. Tiana's we were considering.
Didn't do it.
But we didn't do it. The Mummy we were actually considering on doing, but we just ran out of time that day. But it was more so the reason why we kind of stayed away from that is because I really wanted them to experience exclusive stuff that was in Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando that is like nothing compared to what's out in California.
100%. And I'm very glad that George actually did that because my main focus is, and that's what I was hoping for, is the ride attractions that were something I can't get at home. So I'm glad we did that. Let's see. We got Kevin said, do you think they saving Avengers Doomsday trailer for Comic-Con or D23 Expo?
Could be both.
I think both.
Yeah. Is Comic-Con before D23?
I don't know. You would have to hit the Siri button.
Hey Siri, What year? What the fuck am I saying? Hey Siri, what day is Comic-Con this year?
It was Thursday, the 1st of January, 2026.
Bullshit. That's not what it was. Hey Siri, what day is Comic-Con of this year in 2026?
Here's what I found.
Oh, went off. I don't know why it said October, but I don't think they would wait that long.
No, I don't think so. Well, let me put it to you this way. I think they might, whatever event comes first, D23 or Comic-Con, something will be said. But it wouldn't shock me because D23, obviously, they more than likely would announce it. But for Comic-Con, that's when they actually debuted that RDJ was going to play Doctor Doom for Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
So it could go either way, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me on any of that. Let's see. We got Chris West in the house. Great to see Chris. Now you can ride West Coast Tron, aka Pony Express. Yeah, I rode that and I hate it. Sorry, Chris. I don't fit on that. I look like a giant on a little tiny pony that I could probably I can walk faster than a pony can. So
Pony, ride it, jump on it, my saddles.
Abby, I don't know what happened. Okay, I give up. Oh my God. Hudson said, when you first entered Disney World property, did George serenade you with a whole new world? He tried. He tried.
Yeah, I think I tried. Yeah. Yeah.
He tried. You know what's funny? So when we walked into the Magic Kingdom for the first time, me and Tommy were just, filming stuff. And George is like, okay, well, stay here, guys. Don't go any farther. And he walked up maybe 50 steps, 50 feet past us. And he started, doing this to me and Tommy. He's like, come on. And he's got his camera ready. And me and Tommy walked up. And it was a grand reveal. I'm not going to lie. That castle, even far away, looked big. And then walking up to it, it was massive.
Mm-hmm.
Humongous. So, in a way, he did serenade it for me and Tommy. That was pretty cool of him. But George has been doing that all trip with all these different rides: Tron, Cosmic Rewind, each park entrance, Epcot, even Universal, Epic, all this stuff. Every single attraction we've gone on that we don't have back home, especially, or attractions that we used to have but are no longer existent, George has worked very hard to get our reaction. So that's something that I absolutely love.
And I think, too, it'll be nice to go back and look at that. So, for how many times that you guys come down here, it'll always be that first time.
Yeah.
When you look back at those videos, I'm like, oh, that was my initial reaction.
It's funny you mentioned that, George. I don't know if you can make it possible, but that would be pretty cool. You know how people go to Walgreens or something like that, and they make a movie.
Oh yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool
if we could figure out how to do that, so it shows our reaction every time we get off an attraction or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
that'd be
like a kind of like a collaged montage of one
cool.
after the other. Yeah,
that'd be cool. Kevin says, do you think Dave Filoni gonna announce Star Wars slate D23 Expo this year? You would know that.
I think honestly, D23 this year is going to be a very interesting one indeed, because it is now going to be incorporated with all these people that the whole company just got shifted. Kathleen Kennedy is out, Dave Filoni, and I do apologize. I don't know her. I keep on forgetting her name. That's teaming up with Dave Filoni. Then Josh D'Amaro going from parks to CEO. Dana Walden becoming president and CCO. And then help me out here because a bunch of people who it was the woman who's going to the international parks came from consumers.
Yes.
Now they're going to have someone else in consumer products.
Jesus.
And then
That's going to be a nightmare.
Then who's going to Disneyland?
It was the person that was running the international parks.
Okay.
She's taken over Disneyland, and then Thomas.
That's right. The person that was in consumer products going to international. International is going to be president of the Disneyland Resort.
And then Thomas has taken over Josh's old role.
Who was the president of Disneyland Resort and is now becoming chairman of Parks and Experiences. So
a lot of
this
moving
whole
parts.
D23, I thought, you know what? It's going to be great, but it's not going to be hyped up.
No.
Like 2 years ago. I think 2028 is going to be hyped up as far as for like big announcements. But I think this year it's going to be very interesting to see how D23 is incorporated with all these people in different roles.
100%. And then Hudson says DCA festivals are low budget. They are.
Yeah.
They're. Well, I'm not going to say. I'm going to save my words, but they are low budgeted. And I don't like it, but what can you do? Remy D says, now that you experienced both back to back, which resort feels more crowded? Universal Orlando parks or Disney World parks? Ooh, that's a great question. I haven't experienced Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom yet. But I will tell you from what I've seen so far, that's a tough one because they both seem pretty crowded. I think Universal parks were a tad more crowded. I think.
I'm trying to think as far as
Be-
like the first Epcot day was light. Today was pretty heavy, but then again, spring break just started.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the spring break aspect out because it's probably going to be crowded anywhere you go now. So just the dates. We didn't have spring break.
I think Universal Orlando was a little more busy because Epic Universe, at least the second and third day when we went, it got crowded quick. Like really quick. And I kind of felt that with
Epcot was light.
Epcot.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom.
It was.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Universal kind of had a little bit more
of a
bulkiness
crowd
to it, I guess.
Yeah,
not like super,
but close enough.
But I mean, I think if you had to compare, I think had a little bit more.
We need to evict the Angels. Hey, I'll be there tomorrow. George already said he's going to wear his hard hat and start evicting people out of their condos.
90-day eviction notice all the way.
Oh my God. You imagine him in the safety vest and the helmet? That scares me.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Oh God. Peter says, I would hope that the Garden Walk AMC would get integrated into the hotel. So if they build a contemporary, integrate the AMC theater. That would be interesting.
Yeah. I personally feel like removing the AMC, I get it. You know, there's other places like in Anaheim to watch it. But I mean, I think getting rid of the AMC out of downtown Disney, I think was a kind of a missed opportunity because they could have had premieres.
Yeah.
Not like big premieres, but I mean, like you could have had D23 events there.
Yeah. I kind of feel that, but I kind of feel the premieres because I never went to one, but they, you know, Disneyland has had premieres with movies like Pirates. They had the big, long pool that they built on Main Street. They've had other movie premieres drop in Main Street. They during the 70th, they had Jon Favreau filming for the hell was it? That movie he was working on while we're at the 70th down there.
Oh, he was working on what's it, the Oswald
Yeah,
series?
the Oswald. So constant filming is happening at Disneyland. It seems like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, a lot. Animaniac says we need a monorail stop at DCA. Well, that's what I was talking about. If, Third Gate, if they build a hotel like the Contemporary and Garden Walk, and they start building out the Third Gate when they, relocate the convention center, if they do, and when they start building the Simba parking lot, building in the Simba parking lot, then yeah, I would agree with you. Right now, I don't think they would do it. George, did you take conductor or we didn't go on Mission Space because I found out what it was, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to spin around in circles really fast.
Me, I've been on the ride many times. I can handle it. Abby would not be able to handle it, and I told the guys the truth. Like, this is what this is. It's basically like a gravitron where you spin so fast you don't feel yourself actually spinning, but you feel the intensity.
No, thank you.
And conductor and Tommy were like, no, like it'll ruin our whole day.
Yeah. Peter says Epcot and IOA for me. So that's what he likes. I don't disagree with that at all. But we're going to read a few more comments, guys, because we got to get some sleep because we're going to go to Hollywood Studios. I do want to make a note real quick, since all you guys are watching, you will hear it through George's videos on Hollow Gelato and mine. Any shows that we do film, whether it's at Hollywood Studios, whether it's been at other parks, at least for my channel, I think your channel as well, but for my channel, they are going to be only available to members. For whatever reason, YouTube, you would think they would get with the program and figure it out after people have probably filed disputes on copyright music. You would think they would understand that people record, and for whatever reason, they don't understand that. So all the shows like the Country Bear Jamboree, the Magic Kingdom fireworks show, Luminous, you got all these other shows. They're all going to be on my members membership. So that's Conductor Ultimate Fan membership. So if you want to join, you can go to my YouTube page and join there. I definitely encourage it because there were some amazing shows I filmed, but that is going to be a members exclusive only. Now the vlogs will go to members first, and then eventually they'll go to the public.
Yeah, absolutely. And mine's sort of the same on Hollow Gelato. When you watch the vlogs, you may see certain parts where it's like, oh, well, it seems incomplete. You talked about it, but you didn't showcase it.
Yeah, same
and it's because, unfortunately, YouTube, it's, with the copyright stuff and everything. So, yeah, so all shows, parades, stuff like that will be on members only for Hollow Gelato. So if you want to become a member, it's called Silencio Bruno, after Disney Pixar's Luca, because I am the Disney Italiano. Definitely feel free to become a member. It will be dropping, as Conductor said, shows like Country Bear Jamboree, Happily Ever After, Luminous, Starlight Parade, and then basically all the shows that we record tomorrow for Hollywood Studios. All the shows will be on for members. So when you guys watch the vlog for Hollywood Studios, it may seem incomplete, but if you want to kind of see the full effect of like what we watched, all the shows, it'll just be the show. So it won't be like a integrated show into a vlog for members, but the members will just get like the full show entirely. Yeah.
And for mine, you'll get the show. I think I incorporated, if I did it right, I don't remember, because I do a lot of the editing when we come back from the parks each night because it's kind of hard to do it while we're in the park. Usually I'll put it like a little clip of me doing the intro saying how excited I am. You know, obviously you'll see the show and then you'll see my initial reaction after that. That will be exclusively for members and will stay on the members' paid membership only. It will not be available to the public because of copyright. Again, like I said, YouTube, they don't understand, or I don't know what the case might be. I don't want to talk bad about them, but they don't get it. So whatever. I give up. We got Remy D gifted 5 theme park conductor memberships. Absolutely. Thank you, Remy. You're amazing. Very, very happy that you did that, because you and Madame Lizelle and so many of you support not just theme park conductor, but you also support Hall of Gelato, and we can't be any more thankful for that.
Absolutely.
Remy D says, I'm scared to watch Mario Galaxy. I hope the crowd is not bad as Minecraft. Because Minecraft, they're throwing the popcorn everywhere.
Oh, they better not when I'm in the theater watching it.
Oh, God. We got Park Explorer Adventure in the house.
That?
Good to see him. Okay, so Kevin says, my only concern was Super Mario Galaxy. It going to have a big open like Wicked for good last year at a domestic box office. International audience isn't going to show up enough for it to reach billion.
I think though the issue with like Wicked were still great movies, honestly. Especially Wicked for Good. I don't think I've cried in a movie for a very long time. Something about when Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo sing that final song, like it just gets to me every time. But aside from that, the movies are great. Like in the moment, you get that Wicked hype, but I think it didn't have long legs, so to speak.
No.
I feel like Mario, though, I feel like we'll have that stretch of leg.
100%. I totally agree with that, because I finally watched it several months ago, and I actually had that same emotional thing. I don't know what it is. It's some movies, and I can't think of one off the top of my head besides Wicked, but there's some movies I can watch like continuously, and that one part just gets me every single time, and it doesn't matter how many times I watch it.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah, that one hits hard for me, not because of any type of family, but when Tiny Tim, when they show the different realities, because you have the past, present, and future ghosts, show Scrooge McDuck what happens. And I see that Tiny Tim's in the grave. That really hit me hard.
And isn't it something could be an animated movie or show or what have you, but it still hits raw nerves of how like real it could be, and that's when you know that it actually like it hits for home.
100%. Let's see. I want to get a couple more comments and then we're going to end tonight. Ryan said, find any future Miss Conductor prospects. Any park have the best talent for that. I will say this to keep it maybe PG, maybe PG-13. There were plenty of Mrs. Conductors I kind of associated with. Let's put it that way. There were plenty of prospects,
especially when he wears his hat. Man, I swear, like he got everyone stopping him like this entire trip with that
Boston hat.
Boston hat, yeah.
That was pretty funny. Oh my god. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. John said, "Do you prefer the previous waterfall that was there? Would you want them to replace it with something else like a ride? What waterfall you refer? Oh, maybe you put it here. An original ride about the statue of art from each pavilion would be nice. What waterfall are you referring to? If you can,
Yeah,
ride,
if you could just elaborate.
yeah, because
Or did we miss it?
oh wait, no,
No.
I don't know if this is it. He said thoughts on the eyeball statue at World Celebration now that you've seen it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to come up with that answer so I can answer it. Well, let's go to John real quick. That's me with my Lakers gear. Anytime I wear Lakers gear when we're traveling, especially in Italy. Oh, geez. Italy goes crazy for the Lakers, Okay, so he did say no, the statue 10 works in celebrations.
Did we? You know what? There was a couple things we were supposed to do. I don't even think we stopped in World Celebration.
No, we didn't.
It was just like we were just continuously moving through.
It was chaos.
World Showcase.
Because we were fighting the spring break
It was
crowds.
crowded.
It was bad.
Really crowded today.
It was really bad.
And I'm really surprised, honestly, because we had a little bit of a later start today, but we wanted it that way.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we were able to get on Ratatouille and Frozen when we did, because those two were.
Oh, jeez.
And Guardians, thank God we went on Guardians the first day, because when I last checked, it was at a 120-minute wait.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
Oh, and then, yeah, that's the one I was. George's favorite Christmas carol, Bob Marley. For all of you who know, you know. When we were at the Christmas Carol dinner at Storytellers, I meant to say Jacob Marley.
Oh.
And I ended up saying Bob Marley because I ended up getting mixed up with the Muppet Christmas Carol, because they had the two Robert and Jacob Marley.
Oh,
so when I said Bob Marley, I'm like, oh, hey, man. It's like...
You know what's funny? Actually, it's funny you said that, because I thought I remember when Goofy came up in his costume. He said, "Y'all, man," and he, because Goofy can't show expression, he can only do like movements.
Yeah,
but he was kind of like culture shocked.
I think so, and I think Tommy got it on his one of his reels or his shorts or something. I know when I asked Humphrey about if he ate the last hot honey chicken, he's looking at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, he didn't know how to react, because he's probably like, "What hot honey chicken sandwich are you referring to?" I'm talking about the one in Hungry Bear that, like, I'm like protesting. I still have not yet eaten there.
Really?
Ever since they got rid. No, I protested there.
Hey, you're joining the protest crew with David from Fresh Baked, because apparently he feels the same way about the fries, because they got rid of the...
I can't believe, like, they had how many different kinds of fries. Steak fries, you had the shoestring fries and everything. Now they all just have one type of fry.
And it's the worst kind.
Yeah. I would rather have steak fries. I love steak fries.
Yeah, they're good. Ryan says, "Love the Red Sox. Want to name my son Boston, but my mom wasn't on board."
I actually had a name for a child that if I was to have another one, but my ex didn't like the name that I picked, and honestly, I don't even know if Abby even liked it. It was a neutral name. You could use it for a boy or a girl, but no one liked it.
Ryan, I will tell you this: if you want your son to be Boston, like name Boston, give him the middle name Boston. That way, you can still have it part of the name. It's just not the first name.
But as I said, even for the name that I picked, no one likes it. Would you want to know what it is?
Yeah, I really do.
Okay, so as I said, it's a neutral name. You could use it for a boy or a girl.
Okay, let's hear it.
The name that I picked was Please Mommy, Not Him.
I was not expecting that. Please, mommy, not him. I'm culture shocked. I don't even know what to say to that. That's like me naming my son the middle name Fukumi.
Fukumi.
Oh dear God.
That's a whole nother conversation there, folks, because we're like reading different ingredients that's in some of these foods.
Oh God.
And I remember I was over here by the TV, and we were going through foods, and conductor was saying like this has Fukami in it, and I thought like, what the fuck is Fukami?
Oh, it was so bad because then we started like word associating, and then
We start talking to Alexa, and it's like,
yeah, Alexa over here. It's funny because I said, you know what, because I needed a cheap laugh because I was already laughing so hard. I said, Alexa, can you play Miss Piggy? And the funniest thing,
no, you said,
the
can you
Muppets.
talk like a Muppet?
Oh,
And
dude.
then it goes into this thing where it brings up Miss Piggy talking to Sam the Eagle, and then it does like a little skit, and it's really cool. But here's the thing: we had the extended door open, and Tommy was sleeping in the other room. So when he said, "Hey Alexa," his voice picked up not only the device in here, but the device in the other room.
Oh, God.
So it picked up the same thing. So it was going off simultaneously. So that all of a sudden, I had to go in and check to see if it didn't disturb Tommy because he was sleeping. So apparently Miss Piggy was walking down the steps and she tripped and fell. And I remember all I saw was Tommy curled up in the bed under the covers, and all I hear is Miss Piggy screaming, falling down the steps on the Alexa device.
It was hilarious. It was the funniest thing ever. Oh my God. But we're going to answer 3 more questions, and then we're going to end tonight. I'm going to start with John. John says, any pavilion you would like them to add a ride to? Okay, so I'm going to go first because I think personally, because I've seen concept art of it, I've seen videos on it. The Japan pavilion. If they built the Mount Fuji roller coaster, I think that would have been it for me.
I think honestly, I really wish that would have went through.
Yeah.
Because that would have been perfect. Because that was around the time when they were still building non-IP.
Yeah.
You know, now I agree with you with that. I think that the Mount Fuji in Japan would have been awesome. Looking at today's time where everything is IP driven based, trying to think of the pavilions. I would do, and again, because I'm biased, I go because there's no attraction in. There's 2. So in Morocco, and I don't know how long Disney is planning on keeping the Morocco Pavilion. Maybe they are, but you know, if they are, I would like to see a nice, fully immersive Aladdin ride.
That would be cool
in Morocco,
and not a spinning camel ride
Yeah,
that George loves so much.
Oh my Lord! Or number 2 in Italy, maybe do like a nice. Like Pinocchio dark ride, not like the one in Disneyland. I would do like a more up-to-date version.
That would be cool.
Or from Pixar's Luca.
Luca would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a third one because I know the Muppets got kicked out of their courtyard in Hollywood Studios. I know they're kind of sort of taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. You know what would be cool for an indoor dark ride? Pizza Rizzo's dark ride.
So where would you put that?
In the Italian pavilion.
Oh, in the Italian. Oh, okay.
But I don't know if that fits the theming because every single ride that they have.
I wish that they would bring back that Muppet show that was in the Liberty Square area where they would pop the Muppets out of the windows. Like the the Great American Moments with the Muppets or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that show was phenomenal. I loved it because it was a show that was part of the land.
Yeah.
Like while you were walking, you just saw the Muppets popping out doing a show, and it was like, That was awesome. And also too, Peter, I think I saw your comment. It was like further up when you said I need I mean, it was all the way up. You don't have to go all the way up, but he said I need George like to do his gospel, food hum.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's very true.
Go ahead.
I haven't done it this whole trip. I'm surprised because honestly, there were moments like at Mythos.
He could have.
At Mythos, at what was it? Big Fire. Is it Big Fire?
Big Fire.
Big Fire. There was some moments that I mean, like as I said, I guess I could catch up where it's just like that.
You need to trademark that.
I do.
You do need to trademark that. All right, last two comments are going to be from Ryan, or one from Ryan, one from Hudson. Ryan said, "Have you been to Fenway Park yet for a game?" I have not. I want to. Best ballpark I've been to. It's going to be in your bucket list 100%. My uncle went years ago and he did a tour, watched the game. He said it was phenomenal. But yeah, it's definitely on my bucket list. Hudson said, "I would reopen the Wonders Pavilion at the Walt Disney Story with exhibits and a dark ride telling his story and openings of Magic Kingdom and Epcot as final scenes."
You know what's actually funny, because when we were over by that building looks just so sad.
Oh, it's bad.
Just sitting there. I mean, the whole building's warped because obviously they're not taking care of it, because like why put in the money that's just sitting there? So it's like, because it used to have this really dark gold.
Yeah.
Now it's like yellow piss stain, from the sun like warping the color. And it's just like, yeah, do something with it. I know they were supposed to have the play pavilion, but that wouldn't work now, especially like how everything is just like so technologically advanced in your own home. You don't need it in the building.
No, you don't.
But yeah, like, do something immersive, or at least just honestly knock down the whole building and just build something completely new.
Thank you. I love that idea. So, George, I want to ask you final thoughts on Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Anything that really stood out for you coming back to both those parks?
It was very refreshing to be back in Walt Disney World. As I said, I haven't been back since May, but I'm really not going to fully count that just because, as I said, I couldn't have that full immersive experience after, just coming out of the hospital with surgery, but I made the best that I could.
Yeah.
So this was actually like my first time back since 2023.
Oh, wow.
I think.
So almost 3 years.
To actually do it right. And yeah, it's because this was like my first home away from home, like when it came to Disney. I mean, living on the East Coast, I was only a 2-hour flight away.
Wow.
So crazy. I would make like frequent trips. I would come down here like 5 times a year.
Jesus Louises.
And, in Disneyland, I would maybe do once or maybe twice a year. Now I got Disneyland in my backyard. I go like 3 or 4 times a week.
Well, it's funny you mention that, because literally when we get back, so we get back Tuesday the 17th, Wednesday the 18th, we literally do the live stream for the shareholders, and then literally me and George are going to leave our house and meet up at DCA for food and wine. You believe that? Non-stop content.
Non-stop. We just keep.
He dislikes me too much. That's why.
I do. He can't get rid of me.
Yeah, because I told him my plans to move down here to Orlando in the next 5 years. So he's like, "Nope, I'm going to keep you around, keep doing events."
Yeah, in fact, just keep him busy out in California. Like he'll never have the chance to.
Yeah, pretty much.
But as I said, I mean, if he does, as I said, I told him this like off camera, like I'd be happy for him. I'd support him, and everything. But as I said, I told him like I'd miss him like crazy.
That's all right. When you come down here, we'll just get in the double trouble.
Well, that's true too. Oh yeah, no matter where we hang out, there's always trouble when you're with the Italiano.
Oh, conductor drives that trouble train, so you better believe there's going to be fun and excitement along the way.
Absolutely.
Um,
And Animaniac, yes, the Boysenberry Festival just kicked off. I think they just did the media night
yes, they did.
today. Well, yesterday, depending on where you are in the world.
Yeah.
It's either today or yesterday.
Yeah.
Which we'll probably do the Boysenberry Festival a little bit late this year, just because with everything,
Sure.
With our schedules and everything. Because as conductor said, literally as soon as we're done with this trip, we're going to cover our live with the shareholders meeting, and then we're heading down to DCA for the food and wine. So again, yeah, it's just like a constant craziness.
I love it though.
I do too.
I live for it. Now, my thoughts on Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Magic Kingdom, literally almost every single park for Universal and Disney. I think Hollywood Studios is not on my bucket list, but even Animal Kingdom's on my bucket list. But literally all the parks I've seen have literally checked the box off my bucket list. I am so glad. Magic Kingdom looked incredible. I now fully understand the Magic Kingdom, the layout of Magic Kingdom, where things sat, what changes are different between Disneyland and Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. Then I got Epcot, which you can't really compare it to anything because Epcot is totally unique.
And I don't think you will be able to for Animal Kingdom either.
No. I don't even think I can compare it to like the LA Zoo. There's no way. But overall, not a bad experience at all. Like literally everything was wonderful. George has been a wonderful tour guide, continues to be a wonderful tour guide. And we got 2 parks left before this trip's over. And George still has more surprises for me and Tommy that we don't even know about. And he refuses to tell me, even though I try to bribe him and he still won't tell me. So I can't wait to see what he has in store for us. But like George said, immediately when we get back into town the next morning, shareholders meeting, and then food and wine. So there's going to be a lot of content between me and Hollow Gelato that are going to be coming out. And like I said, all the shows from all the parks that I have filmed for Theme Park Conductor are only for members. They will not be available for the general public. It's only members only. And you can find the link on my YouTube page. And if not, just DM me on Instagram and I'll send you the link and I'll try to fix it. But I'm pretty sure I have it.
And the same thing for Hollow Gelato as well, because tomorrow, whoever is a member or is considering becoming a member for Hollow Gelato and Theme Park Conductor, you guys are going to get a hell of a lot of videos of shows, because literally Hollywood Studios is basically all shows. So if you guys want to see the full production show of the Frozen show,
that's going to be a fun
Indiana
one.
Jones, The Little Mermaid, Fantasmic, the Villains show, you guys want to see all that in its full entirety, please definitely consider becoming a member at Theme Park Conductor and also Hollow Gelato. And even though that we're putting out, I guess you could say, kind of like the same content, but here's the thing. We both have 2 different styles of how we record. So you guys will get 2 completely different variations of the same show, of how he films and how I film. So it's definitely a not miss thing. So as I said, if you guys definitely want to check those out, as I said, tomorrow we're going to be dropping them like crazy. So so definitely stay ahead of the game. And if you want to see all that extra content, please become members of Theme Park Conductor and Hollow Gelato.
Absolutely. And for the 5 people that got the Theme Park Conductor memberships, congratulations. And
lucky.
Very lucky. And also on top of that, I do have an email. It's a themeparkconductor@yahoo.com. It's all one word, no spaces, but you can email me there. Send in your username that you use for the membership and your mailing address, and 2 items I'm giving out for channel members, and it's all thanks to Hollow Gelato because he helped me design them, is a sticker and a bun.
They're actually right. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
They're right there.
Speak of the devil.
Showcase them.
Showcase time. I love it. Okay. So right here is the sticker. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's kind of fuzzy, but there's the sticker with me on the train. Okay. That's the sticker. And there's the button right here. You will be getting this in the mail. All you have to do when you become a member is email me and send me your information, and you will receive those in the mail. But everybody have a wonderful night. I'm Theme Park Conductor. This is Hollow Gelato, and stay tuned because we're at least going to do one more Q&A live stream from Orlando before we fly back home. I will try to keep everyone updated with a YouTube post. I will put a YouTube post out in the next day or so and let you guys know if I could definitely do it, because things are getting down to the wire for us, and there's a lot of things we have scheduled and pre-planned and all that, but I do want to do at least one more for you guys before I leave Orlando. But everybody have a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay cool, or stay warm wherever you might be. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, everybody. And if you want, oh, okay. Well, hold on. Nope.
We still rolling?
Yeah, we're still rolling.
Oh, we're still rolling.
See, you're seeing George after the live stream. I'm just kidding. Have a good night, everybody.
See everybody.
See ya.